Okay everyone, welcome. I'm going to be building a snap and I figured why not stream it and let other people watch the process. So I'm going to get started with our MetaMask documentation for how to go about building a snap. I already have some prerequisites here. I have a browser running Flask, that's here. Just go ahead and unlock it. So this should be the latest version of Flask, and I actually have a few example snaps running here, so I'll show you something that's similar to what I'll be building today. So this is a MetaMask Snap running inside of MetaMask. You can actually open the Snaps menu here, and this is a snap that I built called Slots, and it has a fully interactive UI where you can do things inside of the MetaMask extension, and that is how it works. Oh, and look, I won. Pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to build something similar. So for starters, let's look at the documentation. And I have terminal here. And I am a light mode user, so I apologize for that. So I'm going to go ahead and follow the create steps to create a snap directory. And I'm going to call this transformer. Okay, and I'll explain why in a bit. So while that's being set up, it should be pretty quick. It's going to install a bunch of packages. It's going to set up the file directory. And then I'll be able to get a snap running. So it's linking right now. This should take about 5 more seconds, and then the directory should be ready. All right, so that took about 11 seconds to be done. Failed to install dependencies. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happened. Maybe it just needs to install some stuff. Okay, yarns run allow scripts auto. There's one more step I have to do. Then yarn. Okay. Everything's installed, done with warnings, sure. Okay, so this, I just skipped through these steps here, and now we'll do yarn start. Let's see if this works. I need to use Flask to debug a snap locally to actually connect and run it. So let's see, I should be able to do that now. Localhost 8000, connect. Here's my test snap running locally. All right, send hello. It responds. Perfect. This is a custom dialog coming from the snap. Okay, so what is it that I want to build? So I have been a little bit frustrated because I keep having to use these websites whenever I want to tweet or post on LinkedIn with some kind of bold text. So what do these websites do? So to give you an example, if I'm tweeting on X or Twitter, as it used to be called, and I tweet the word MetaMask, I will get bombarded by bots. And that's because there are bot accounts out there that look for the term MetaMask in any tweet and they reply with a bunch of phishing and scam URLs. So in order to get around them, I need to use some sort of obfuscation, right? One way to do that is to transform the text to any one of these UTF-8 fonts that exist in the standard. So if I tweet something like this, I will not get bombarded by bots. So usually what I have to do is I have to open a website like this, type in what I want to use, and then copy the output that it gives me, and then that's what I tweet. So if I go to Twitter, yes, wrong browser. So I go over here, and I go to Twitter, and I tweet, then the bots do not harass me. Okay, cool. So what annoys me is I hate having to open these websites every time. So I'd like to make a snap that allows me to do that just from within MetaMask and save me a lot of time. So what I'm going to do is build a snap that does the same thing. Now, one thing I did for starters is I started talking to ChatGPT, and let's see, I think now it's just chatgpt.com. Maybe I'm gonna have to log in. We'll see. Might take a while. Okay, here I am. So I should have, let's see. I don't have it in my history here, so let's ask ChatGPT. I'd like to transform a text input in JavaScript to one of multiple Unicode fonts. Bold, sans serif, etc. Give me the code to transform an input into 2 Unicode fonts. Bold serif, bold sans serif. This should work. Okay, try this here example. Okay. It's going to give me the HTML, which I don't really need, but we'll start with that. Okay, it's going to map it. Interesting. This is a little different than what it gave me yesterday, but we'll go with this. So it's going to be generating that. While we're going through that, I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to do a couple things. So let's open VS Code. And we want to open the folder that we were just on. So I'm just going to close this and new window. Open. Transformer. Let's go. All right, so a couple things. So I need to change the permissions that my Snap is going to use. So I'm going to go to Snap Manifest. The reason I want to do that is because I don't need these permissions. I don't need any of this. So one thing that I need is endowment homepage. So let's go back over here. Let's look at some of the permissions that we need. Snap's API. Okay, these are all fine. I don't really need any of these. I want Snap's entry points. I want homepage. Okay, endowment homepage. So I need this endowment. Perfect. Okay, so let's just go with this. This might be the only thing that I need. All right, so I'm going to change this to just this. Right, I got an extra double quote. Okay, save. I'm also going to change the name of my Snap. Okay, and the description. Transform your text. Okay, let's call it text transformer. Sounds cool. I'll go over here. Package name, Snap. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's call it Transformer Snap. And that's going to be, yep, let's change this to transform your text. Just editing the various fields that I need to edit. And other than that, this should be good to go. So let's save that. I'm going to need to run yarn again. That should update the workspaces. Yarn start, let's see. Yep, there's the correct package name. So now it's called Transformer Snap. And just to show you a couple things, now it just has a home page. So it's going to show me a different set of permissions when I install it. Now I'm going to be lazy and just ignore this test file and go through these things here. So to give an idea, let's do something here. Let's actually copy this sample code and just do this, because now I just have a home page. Now this hot reloaded, so now I should be able to go here, refresh, reconnect, cool, display a custom screen. Okay, that was the permission I needed to see. Display a custom screen. The name is text transformer, just like I wanted. Okay, the description, transform your text. That's what I wanted to see. So now I install it, confirm. Now this will no longer work, but I can go here and find the Snap that I've installed. Now you can see it's here. And here's my hello world, my code. So this is what I had here. Hello world, welcome to my Snap homepage. Here it is. Now let's do something fun with this. So what I want to do is I want to have an input. So let's go back over here and let's look at the custom UI documentation. Interactive UI, I need an input. All right, now this is an old example, so I'm going to go here. And I want a form. Yes, perfect. Okay, so what I want to do is interface ID. So I want a form. Form input button. So I'm going to be importing these from the JSX package within the Snaps SDK. Okay, so box heading text. Yeah. I also know I'm going to need copyable. Okay, so let's just pull these in. And what I'm going to do is have a form. So let's do like this. I want this in a dialog. So let's see. Home pages right here. All right. Okay, so what I want to do is just drop this here. So a couple things here. This should automatically format nicely. All right, let's go like this. Form name, input form, whatever we'll call it that. Input name is input text. Placeholder, your text. Okay, let's call this transform. All right, let's go with that. It's a little simple, but we'll start there. And I want to say that this should work fine. There's a couple of things I want to do. Okay, now if I install this, I should have a form. Reconnect to reinstall. And here is my form. Nice. Okay, now this doesn't do anything. So what I need is an input handler. Okay, so I'm going to go back and make an input handler. Okay, let's see. Snaps API. No, Snaps entry points. On user input. I think this admonition is incorrect. I think this is available and stable. So we'll just ignore this for now. All right, so I need an input handler. I need a couple of imports. Like that. And user event type. All right. No, deleted the wrong thing. Okay, I have a homepage handler and a user input handler. All right, so now I need my input handler. Export const on user input. Okay, now I should be able to just run this. And let's see what will happen. Actually, can I do an update? Let's see. Interactive UI. Snap update interface. I want this. Don't need to do that. Okay. Snap update interface ID, and then the UI is, let's see, can I do like this? Let's just do this quickly. Input received. Just want to make sure that this works. This is the ID. So this form, when it gets submitted, this handler will be called. This ID will be passed. I have an ID and an event. I use an event to get the type because I'm looking for a form being submitted. If I had multiple forms, I would look for the specific name of this form, but I only have one. And then I want to update that ID, so I have a Snap update interface, and I pass another UI, which is also JSX. Let's see what happens when this runs. Okay, so I'm going to go here, reconnect. Okay, input. Okay, something happened. Cool, that's what I wanted to see. So now what I want to do is I want to take this and do a couple things. I want a custom JSX. I also want to show you, okay, first let's focus on one thing. Let's focus on showing you the results of the form. Yeah, so let's let's show you the results of the form. So, and I can do something really simple here. Let's see, like this. This will be a really cool way. And actually, I would love to use copyable because that'll be better formatted. All right, so will this work? No, why is this not working? What is wrong with copyable? Oh, right, value equals, copyable has a value. That's what it is. It should be right. Property value, copyable. So one cool thing is when you have your imports working correctly, you're actually going to get a bunch of type definitions and information about all of these components. So when I hover over copyable, I can see that copyable takes a property, and the prop is value, and you can tell if it's sensitive, which is optional, but it needs a value, and it doesn't take any children, and it actually shows you some examples. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm following this example to give it a value. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's run this over here, reconnect to reinstall, and go like this. Snaps, text transformer, test, transform. Cool. So there's my form value. Input text is test. All right. So now I want to take that and I want to transform it. Okay. So I don't need this console log anymore because I'm actually seeing what I need. Await snap.request. So one thing that I want to do is I want to pass back the form. I still want the form to be present, so I'm going to put that here. And then what I'm going to do, I want a divider just for a little bit of nice formatting. Okay, and maybe it'll add that. Yep, it added that here because it wasn't present already. And then don't need text. Don't actually need it. Just going to pull it out for now, and then I'm going to have a copyable. Okay, so now I need to go back to ChatGPT and get the content that it gave me. Okay, so this is what ChatGPT said to do. All right, take the text, transform to font. It makes this nice little, yep, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take this, copy this, and I'm going to put this back in here. And I'll show you a couple things I plan to do. All right, so I don't need any of this HTML. Okay, and I have a few different fonts. Okay, so I have a bold serif map and a bold sans serif map. And this is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to have these as constants at the top of my document. Bold serif map, bold sans serif map. Perfect. Okay, and then I have this small function, transform to font. Really simple. Okay, and then text.split, text, font map, these are inputs. This probably wants some types. Font map. Yeah, that's what it's complaining about. Although, yeah, that's fine. This is just JSON. I'll just cheat a little bit by using any. So now it's not going to complain about missing types. And then all I need to do, I'm taking the input, which I saw, okay. So I should be able to do right here, copyable value, yes. Transform to font, event.value.input text. Let's do it like this. Input text, comma, bold serif map. just doing this to make sure that it gets cast to a string no matter what. But I saw it here. It was in fact input text, right? That was here. Input text test. Okay, that worked. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Hope this works. I want to use this one. All right, I think I can just get rid of this. All right, so I have my two font maps. I have my very simple transform function, and then I'm just passing that in here as the result when the interface updates. All right, now let's see. Let's reconnect. Let's open the snap. Let's test. Ooh, interesting. Okay, something's happening, but it's behaving weird. Okay, I think I know why. All right, let's go back to ChatGPT. Can you give me the font maps with the Unicode characters as regular strings instead of code points? I think it's just going to complain a little bit about these Unicode characters being used as code points, and that's probably, yeah, this should work. I'm just going to wait for this to generate, move a little faster, I hope. And while that's happening, I feel like I should start working on my icon for my snap, because you may have noticed whenever I install my snap, it doesn't have an icon. So I'd like to fix that, okay? So I will start working on that in a moment. Okay. I really wanted ChatGPT to just give me this part, but we'll, forgive ChatGPT for not entirely understanding what I wanted, because it has saved me a lot of time. Okay, interesting. Let's see what happens again. Let's reinstall. Nice. All right. And now, because Copyable has this little copy button, I can just go like that. And there is my bold serif text. Okay. So my snap already works. I can do a couple more fun things. Give me another Unicode font map. This time just the code snippet to create the constant with the map for double strike font and a couple other Unicode fonts. Let's see if it can do this. Telican monospace, nice. Okay, double struck map I really like. Definitely want to use that one. It's going to be another fun one. And I'll show you then how I add this to my code. While we're at this, I want to make an icon. So I'm going to go here. I'm actually going to use my snap to make my snap's icon. So right now this snap doesn't have an icon. It's just a letter T because that's the first letter in the name of the snap. Not great. Okay, what I really want to do is use this. All right. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to do, let's see, I always struggle with this part. So like this. Yeah, maybe. X equals 200. That's a little, view box. Okay, I don't know why I always struggle with text in SVG text. Text, it's just text. Why am I doing this? I always have to look at the docs. All right, text. Make it black, cool. Okay. This is 100. No, because it's view box. Let's do this. 200, 200, and let's make this 100, 100. Let's also do style. Can I do that? Let's see. Yeah, style. .tt text align center. I love CSS. Okay. Class equals tt. There we go. Text align center. I don't know. I'm not convinced that that's working. All right. Let's see. Okay. I know what the problem is. I need to change the origin. SVG origin center. Nope, it's not this. Okay, let's do this. Center text in SVG. Text anchor middle. Nice. Okay, I actually want to bump this down a little bit. No, too much. Perfect. All right. No, actually not perfect. Better. Let's see. How do I feel about that? Nope. Okay. Maybe I could get rid of this. Can I just get rid of this entirely? And I can get rid of the class. Okay, cool. This is the lightest. Look at that. What is this? 214 bytes. Let's download this. This is my icon. I'm going to go over here. Okay. Transform icon.svg. 218 bytes. I mean, come on. Okay, let's go over here. Okay. Packages, snap. New folder, image. Okay, transform icon. Now I need to put these files somewhere. Let's see, there's image, transform icon, snap manifest location. Let's do icon path is image slash transform icon.svg. And then in package.json, I need to include image as one of the files. Will this work? Let's see. Reconnect. There's my icon. Look at that. Now when I go here, and I go here, there's my icon. Now I'm noticing one thing. This has a plain background that's going to look really bad in dark mode. So I need to give it a background, and it's very easy to do. Okay, it's going to blow up the size of my SVG, but that's okay. Width equals 200, height equals 200, fill equals number. Okay, better. Let's use this. Okay, let's get rid of this. Nope. Get rid of this one. We'll rename this one. Like that. Amazing. We're 30 minutes in and our snap is basically done. Okay, so that works. Now it's just a couple other things. Let's get this strike through text into my snap. Okay, double struck map. Cool, cool. Okay, let's put that here. Double struck map. I'm going to add one more copyable, which is like this. I'll show you what that does. Let's reinstall the Snap. Here's my icon, perfectly white background, perfectly black text, and I put my test here. Transform. Look at that. Amazing. Literally what these other websites give you. Bold text generator. Literally recreated that. Italic, medieval. Oof, I want medieval. Give me one more map for medieval. Fraktur. Yes. Nice. Okay. I like this italic one, so I'm going to take that one. And now I want this Fraktur one. Come on, hurry up. The hardest part about this has just been to patiently wait for ChatGPT to do its part. All right, medieval. Okay. All right. Let's see. Is there an italic? Okay, so here we go. Let's install this one more time. Amazing. Look at this. Look at that. I can get all these different transformations done. All right, I'm going to do one last thing and then we are done for today. I want to just format this just a little bit better. Let me see. There is an input with an action, isn't there? No, I know what it is. I want this to be in a row, but it's actually like this. So a box. A box can be direction horizontal, space around. Okay, so let me see if this will work. This might not. I know there's sometimes some issues with this sort of thing. No closing tag, of course. Okay, let's try reinstalling and see if this does what I want it to do. Let's hope. Yes, look at this. Okay, so now the only thing I need to do is also mimic this here. So this box needs to be here as well. But it is really annoying that I keep on having to copy paste. So one other thing that I'd like to do. Do we not have, I feel like we should have had a way, we should have had some documentation about making custom components, which is this really cool thing that you can do that is not exactly documented. So what I'm going to do, oh come on, examples. I'm going to go into our examples repository, which is in the Snaps monorepo. I'm going to go to interactive UI and I'm going to see how they did this. Okay, components, interactive form. All right, come on. Okay, export, okay, snap component. So I'm going to do import type snap component. This may or may not work. Okay, let's do this. Snap component. No, I see what I did wrong. Okay, yes, that doesn't come from there. It comes from here because this is from JSX. Okay, import type snap component. Now what I'm going to do is do one more export that looks like this. And there's one example here. Okay, but I'm going to simplify this a lot. Okay. And I actually don't need to export this because I'm going to use it in the same file. So I have const interactive form snap component, and what I'm going to return is just this. Just the portion, and it has to be a properly closing JSX snippet, right? But it's gonna look like that, and let's, it's so annoying. I just don't like this, right? It just bothers me. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, like that. Now, interactive form, and then what I'm gonna do is interactive form. Can I do that? And then let me see, this should work here as well. Here. Don't repeat yourself. All right, let's see. This should work. Whoops. Okay, one more time. Reconnect. Snaps. There's my interactive form. Amazing. Look at all this. I get my medieval text. Everyone thinks I'm cool. Okay, now let's, just for funsies, show you how easy it is to publish. npm publish. This is going to go to my npm account. Incredible. Transformer snap is there. Now that's up. Okay, so maybe if I go to like npmjs.com / let's see. I don't know how long it's going to take to index. It might take a little while. Come on. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I see what I did wrong here. Didn't update my README. That's noobish, right? I should not be doing that. Let's do transformer snap, example snap that transforms text into Unicode fonts. And that should be fine. Okay, I'm going to do that. Let's update package. Let's call this 1.0. I mean, come on. Okay, and let's do in the manifest as well. Let's say this is 1.0. Okay, let's do another. Just confirm that this runs. Okay, snaps, text transformers here. This still works. Yes, that still works. Cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna cancel out of that. Packages, snap, run npm publish again. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do the following. Let's see. So I have a template for how to make a really simple example page where people can go and install your snap. And this is the last step of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to repositories and then go to, let's see, does this one have one? There are docs here? No. Okay, let's go here. Mystery snap. Where's mystery snap? Mystery fox. Here we go. This is the docs section. Okay, index is here. All right, so I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to make a docs folder over here. Okay, new folder, docs. Okay, and I'm going to create a new file. Do this. I'm going to get rid of some stuff here just to make this a little bit simpler. I'm going to call this text transformer snap. Cool. Let's do this. Okay, that's cool. Here we go. I'll just get rid of this for now. Don't need the demo. Don't need the icon. Call this just text transformer. Can never spell when I'm doing it quickly. We'll call this transform your text in MetaMask. Cool. After installing, yep, and click on text transformer to try it. All right, so that will work. And then this is the source code. Transformer. Okay, so this is npm transformer snap. And it's called text transformer, and the version is 1.0. So this is an adapt page, a website that I created in the past, and it should work really nicely. Okay, and now what I want to do is deploy this. So what I'm going to do is create a new repository. This will only take a little while. Let's see, I think I just want to go to GitHub and then do a new repository, and I'm going to call it transformer. I'm not going to initialize it with anything, just going to create it. Okay, and then I'm going to create this as the local. Okay, so what I'm going to do, GitHub desktop, then I'm going to add a repository. I'm going to set this as the remote origin, which should be easy enough to do. Add existing repository, choose, let's go ahead and GitHub here, transformer, open. Oh, interesting. Okay, it's not a local repository. Ooh, interesting. Okay, that'll be interesting. Okay, let's do something else. Let's all right. Will this work? Let's see. Might be a problem. We'll try it. We'll see if this can work. All right, so I did that. Now I think I want to add this to get an ignore. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, settings, pages, deploy from a branch, main, use the docs folder, save. Okay. And then I want to use my GitHub Pages website. Your text with a simple MetaMask Snap. Don't need any of this stuff. Save changes. Let's see. Okay, might take a while to deploy. We'll give it some time. Should work at some point, maybe. This is my docs folder. There is in fact a website there. So we just have to wait a little while. So this DApp uses EIP6963 to get the MetaMask provider. It can actually work with MetaMask Orange Fox or Flask or MetaMask Institutional. It'll take whichever one it finds from that group, and it will then try to install the snap and run it. Okay, now it'll install the snap and then the user can just do whatever they want with it. So that's pretty straightforward. So let's see if it'll work now. There we go. Here's my website. Install. Here we go. Transformer Snap. Connect. Here's Text Transformer. All it does is display a custom screen. Confirm. Okay. And here we are. Retail MetaMask. Here's my new snap. Here's my text. Transform. Incredible. There it is. So I built my snap. I don't have to go to boldtext.io or lingojam.com or any of those things anymore. I can now just do what I want to do inside of MetaMask. And I have my little text, and I can now use that text on Warpcast or Twitter or whatever and just cast it out. Amazing. All right, I am done streaming. I have built my snap. You can now find it over here, and it's in my GitHub. You can get the code and do whatever you like with it. I'll do a little bit more of cleanup with it, but it is done. It works. So thank you. Thanks for watching.